In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Wow, lots of room on the first snap. And he's brought down at the 44. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up a Houston first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Willis looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And now it's 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Second and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Willis. He's going to push one deep down the right. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they're staring at fourth and long. Throwing from the gun. He's got it to his running back. And they get this down to the 28. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. From the gun, a give to Brown. And the defense will not be beaten to the edge. They make the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Willis now. He's got it in the red zone. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Here's Willis. That's to the sideline, and it's a catch by Watson. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here's Willis to the air. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script the first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. First and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air, it's Levis. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
There's a give up the middle. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. On the gun, Levis. Complete beyond the marker. Space on the right, and he's got room. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans finish off their opening drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
I swear I'm leaving the city if y'all don't score.
PAT effort coming up. And the kick is good. And the Titans start off well to tie things 7-7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. To throw, here's Willis. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Willis. To the left side, caught by Andrews. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's not just these offenses in the league that love to move their chess pieces around. These defensive guys, they can do the same. And having that sub linebacker flying to the outside and making the play, well, that was like a rook destroying a pawn.
Tight end going in motion here. Throw on third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Texans set to punt. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Titans will get set to take over. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, they'll run. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. Levis from the shotgun. Finds his man Gray. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Willis to throw it. That's complete. Here's Brown. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Now looking to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Here's a throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They send a tight end in motion. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Levis. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Levis out of the pistol. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Levis now on first down. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 16 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Levis here on first down. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Handoff headed left to Brown. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Willis looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. Fights up for tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans with a long field ahead. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Willis. Hall there to haul it in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Setting up a throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be touched down after a big play. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. They know that's an offsides call. Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Now they send their back in motion right. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 38. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Titans call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Throwing now on first down, Levis. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time, and that'll bring up second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Looking to throw. Into the hands of Kittle.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play. Man, it's going to be a field goal try. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Levis. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's second down coming up. Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, we want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Third and long, here's Levis. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's Levis. Hauled in by Gray. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Levis from the shotgun. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. And he'll get it up to the 27. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here's Willis. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be their football. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. from the 37. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing is Levis on third down. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Levis setting to throw. This one's intercepted. It's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be perfect. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. They've got a screen to the running back. Running down the left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans drive their lead to 11. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Levis. This one falls incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Texans football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Huge! Don't let us down!
Now again, it's Brown headed right. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Get
2nd and 10 now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Levis now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Levis now off the play fake. Touchdown, Tennessee. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Levis throwing again. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's wishing he left this one in the end zone, Brock, as he goes out of bounds short of the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Willis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He's got a man left. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. They're set up at the 35 now. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter.
Build that momentum offense.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Willis to the air. Complete out to the right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Willis looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Titans have some new life in the 4th. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun now for Levis. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Levis. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll try it right with Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They'll run again with Brown. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Willis. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what. These tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Brown on the inside give. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends. And he's brought down for a loss. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans holding on to a field goal lead. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Ooh, play clock running out. D'Amico Ryans calls for a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down.
Just a nice little reminder that this QB is more than a passer. They're going to call his number as a runner too, especially if these defenses don't account for it.
Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout.
Yes, let's go right now. No, I can't.
The Texans set to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drop today. This game is over. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Texans as we'll see you next time from Houston. As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And this contest is officially underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. First play of the game, and already an incredible catch. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
We'll go play action. Here's Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And that is a touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead right away. Drake London with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Baker now from the gun. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
First down, here's Baker. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He throws a bullet. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 39. And that gives them the first. Putting the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. He's got time here, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Third and long for him here. Caught near the goal line. He has the touchdown. On his Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. It's into the hands of Mooney. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st down, here's Penix. That's brought in by Mooney. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. No one around. He's got space. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. These guys have taken the first quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
And I probably will.
And you probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well. But let's not let the missed tackle take away from excellent effort he had on that run.
Yeah, it really was his effort to force that missed tackle. Okay, I think that's the key, and open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only, the end zone.
Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
They send the tight end in motion. Second down, Mayfield to pass. He puts some juice on it deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Penix here from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. London going in motion left. Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And they're going to have a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got to rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
From the 36, into the hands of Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
And that's cut in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys have taken the first quarter lead. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Cool with the extra point. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Cool all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Mayfield on first and 10. Completed to his running back. This is ahead for about 5. Play made there by Clark Phillips. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. All right, here we go. Second down. Mayfield now from the gun. Culp with a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be a first down. Baker throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. Mayfield to throw again. Caught by his back. And he's caught after a gain. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. Third down. Here's Mayfield. Offense is out there and ready to get things going again. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up fourth and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go. It's Mayfield. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. Big gain downfield. Touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Hooking toward the upright, but it's good. And these guys tie this game at 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix finds London on the slant. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 1. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. And my hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll run it with Robinson. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
That's complete, Mike Evans. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. It's 2nd and goal. Irving. And he runs it across. Touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Penix now to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. This complete to Colt. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Has room into the secondary. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And his guys double their lead to 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why Scott's talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd down, it's Penix. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give them a 1st down. And again, it's Penix. He's trying to push the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. Before he was able to recover and provide the hit, and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. He beams one deep right. They connect on the deep shot. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To the air with Penix. Got a man, it's London. He's got a gain of 6 there. Yaya Diaby brings him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. He'll get this complete to Mooney. They'll get 18 yards there. And they'll have 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. 2nd and 3 now. Staying with Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a man in motion. From the 30 on 2nd down. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Penix on 3rd down. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Here we go.
And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Trying for it with Penix. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Alert, 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 alert! Regular. What's that?
One final shot before halftime. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Escapes the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now.
Hey, alert 33. Good. Pistol. Done.
From the gun, Mayfield. Digs there to bring it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Slot man motioned over.
What's that?
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Irving hauls it in. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Regular.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motioning Williams left.
What's that?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
From the 38. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the shotgun, Penix. That's brought in by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play. You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
Fourth down, here's Penix. Short pass brought in. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys start the second half with some needed points. Drake London with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And his guys get it back to a 14-point game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Run. Good.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So that brings up second down.
Good. Hey, alert 33. Pistol. Hurry.
Man in motion here.
Alert. Watch.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Big gain downfield. They get 35 out of that one. And it'll give them a first down. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll give him a first down.
Kings. Good. Up. Good.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Penix working from the gun. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. He gets loose down the right side. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives them the first. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. On first down, here's Penix. Caught at the 10-yard line. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
And again, it's Penix. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's that?
Mayfield now from the gun. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Good. Run, run, run. What's that?
Baker now from the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And his guys stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. He's got it over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Another carry for Robinson. And he goes out a little short of the 40. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield. Hits his running back. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole,
run.
but you never want to leave it short.
Pistol.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Real. Kings. Opposite. Done.
Here we go. It's Mayfield. He finds him beyond the marker. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Lone back gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Pistol.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one does not go far. Just 1 yard on the play. They're left with a long 3rd and 12.
Point it right. Done.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He puts some power on a deep one. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And these guys get it back to a 14-point game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Open space inside the 40. Into the red zone. Will not be denied. Touchdown. These guys make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And they're going to have a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Penix now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Penix on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Penix here from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down. To the air with Penix. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
3rd down, it's Penix. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Trying for it with Penix. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Handoff headed right. Irving.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Run. Head. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Opposite.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going deep this time. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Check. 70 range. Go.
Penix working from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Penix now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2.
Big gain downfield. And in for the touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds London on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here's Penix. He connects downfield on 4th. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a first.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Penix to throw. He's got it at the the 6. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. And the timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
On the jump.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
60. Let's go now.
Throwing from the pistol, Penix. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire. Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.